huge win tonight. All right, another big matchup tonight takes place at the End of Four Sports Complex. It's a battle for bragging rights. It is Westside and it is Howard. It is the Huskies and the Noles. Remember last year? Yeah, Howard came away with a win. What's going to happen this time around? Let's head out to the stadium. And here come the Huskies and here come the Noles. Under a full moon. Fireworks early. Jeremiah Kelly. Look at that plant and go.
Got him last.
Firing along down the side. You think anyone's going to catch him, guys? No! Touchdown, Mr. Kelly. Extra point is good. 7-0. How long does that lead last? Long enough for Marquise Thomas to pick up the ensuing kickoff on the bounce and set sail the other way.
Yeah, want to do it.
Yeah, just like that. Back to back. Kelly for Howard. Thomas for Westside. 7-7. More offense. Jarvarcier Meadows. He is having a great year. Him and Kelly are quite the tandem. Touchdown for Meadows. 14-7. Back come the Noles. Victor Dixon Jr., Jalen Barton, open, score. Extra point good, 14-14. Late second quarter, 4th and 11, the Huskies, Jalen Clark to Win Davidson for a big first down right there.
Bumbling, stumbling.
And that would set up Mr. Meadows. Cuts it in, powers his way in. Touchdown, and the Huskies take a 21-14 lead in the locker room. At half, Tamaya Butler and Jalen Kennedy crowned homecoming king and queen. Second half, all Huskies, especially on defense. Justice White introduces himself to Victor Dixon. Then Jason Parham will flatten Kwame Adkins, a rib rocker nominee. And finally, the icing on the cake, top play nominee, Jordan Gray. With the interception, and Marv, what is he?
He is gone.
Yes,
all I see is green.
5 to the house. This one belongs to the Huskies. Zaxby's FFN scoreboard. Howard, a winner, 49-21.